YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Mr. Blackhorn. Today, we're going to be going through some maintenance tips and just, kind of hit on some of these things. But I love to hear what you guys have to say about this in the comments. So let's just dive right in. I mean, your rapid city commute can take a toll on your Ram 1500 truck, leaving you with an expensive repair bill if you don't follow your Ram service intervals. Is that really the case? I don't know. I mean, it just depends on how hard you drive your truck, right? Some of you casually drive around town. Some of you pull heavy loads with your truck. So depending on how you use your truck, that's going to kind of, tell you how your maintenance needs to go with your truck. The following intervals are the suggested maintenance milestones for your Ram truck. Notice I said suggested. So here we go. First, 8,000 miles. Now we're Ram owners. We know that your truck can go up to 10,000 miles. Now, the question is, should you let your truck go up to 10,000 miles or should you get that oil changed before then? Again, that's going to refer back to how hard you drive your truck, I think. What all are you using your truck for? And I'm pretty sure there's mixed feelings about this. And some of you guys who have been in the Ram game for a long time, can provide some pretty good feedback. You multiple Ram owners out there. I'm a new kid on the block. This is my first truck. So I'm really interested to see what you guys say versus what Ram says. So at 8,000 miles, your Ram truck will be due for its first oil and filter change. It's also a good idea to have your other fluids checked and your tires rotated. Now, what's the next mile marker? 20,000 miles, right? So at 20,000 miles, brakes, tie rods, and front suspension should be checked, adjusted, and replaced if needed. Hey, again, how hard are you using your trucks? Now, at 30,000 miles, small tasks like engine and cabin filter replacements, those need to be done, as well as larger jobs like CV, universal joint inspections, those types of things should be completed. It's also a good time to have your transfer case fluid checked and have the case and axles inspected. Now, guys, don't pay anyone to change out your cabin and air filters. I mean, I have a video on how to do that. But that's something that you can do yourself. It's super inexpensive. You can go to the parts place, get that part. Anyway, you guys know that. Y'all are Ram owners. So with that being said, when I first got my truck, I was looking at this maintenance schedule and I was like, man, I got a lot of stuff I got to do, on these mile intervals. So, it's something to think about, I guess. 60,000 miles. The transmission fluid, filters, engine coolant, and brake fluid should be checked and replaced as needed. So 60,000, we're getting on up there now. We're at 60,000 miles. By now, I'm wondering, are you guys hearing that Hemi tick that everyone talks about? I mean, I'm starting to hear it, to be honest with you, but I don't think it's a lifter. I mean, it ticks, and when I first warm it up, it ticks, and then it goes away. So I don't know. Okay, you guys chime in. Let me know what you think. 100,000 miles. In addition to repeating many of the services above, you will also need to have your spark plugs and wires and PVC joints inspected and replaced. All right, 100,000 miles is we're getting up there now. Now, let's see what's at the 120,000 mile marker. So 60,000 mile service should be repeated. And if you're using your vehicle to tow or haul cargo, the transfer case should be inspected and the fluid changed at 120,000 miles. So at 150,000 miles, your engine and cabin filters should be replaced. We're back to that again. And that's that's happening pretty consistently, throughout this schedule. Engine and cabin filters should be replaced, and the vehicle's engine and cabin filters should be inspected and replaced if needed. So at 150,000 miles, engine and cabin filters should be replaced. And I mean, if they're in pretty good condition, then, at least inspect them, take a look at them, see how they're looking. 150,000 miles is pretty much up there. I think you guys get the picture at this point. Depending on what year Ram you have, I don't know if you have a more detailed schedule or not. But of course, many services such as oil changes and filter changes will also be due every single time, right? In addition, basic inspections of the brakes, electrical, and cooling system should be completed by your technician. Now, I know a lot of you guys are savvy. You can do this stuff yourself. But if you are a new Ram owner like me, I am not as savvy as most of you guys are, being hands-on with your truck. So I got to take mine into the shop. I'm learning a few things here and there to not cut corners, but save money. But for the most part, I don't want to mess up my truck. So I'm taking it in and, getting what I think needs to be done at that time. Now, one of the things I do is I also pay attention to what these guys are telling me. And I mean, I've talked to these guys now, the guys who change my oil, the guys who check my car, my truck and, change my tires and things like that. And they're like, some of the guys are like, man, listen, you don't have to stick to that schedule. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Right. And I'm like, OK, I wasn't expecting to hear that. And then I hear other people in forums and in different conversations who are Ram owners, and they're like, stick to the schedule. It's the Bible. And then there's that crew in between that says, you know what? Do what you can, yourself. Do what you can yourself. And if you can't do it, take it in and get it checked. So it's a lot of mixed conversations about this maintenance schedule. So what's the truth? Like, what's really the truth? I'm at 80,000 miles right now. I'm not really experiencing any issues. I've been consistent, of course, with my oil changes, with my tire rotations, the basics. I've changed out my cabin air filters, and my regular air filters. So, I'm staying on top of those things. But now I'm starting to think about transmission fluids and all those other things that I've never really tapped into before. So, is it time? I don't know. Well, I'll leave it at this. If your vehicle is ready for its next service, then you may want to just, talk to your technician. If you're new like me. Now, I'm not talking to you guys who know what you're doing, who can go outside, jack up your truck and do all of your own stuff. Y'all got it going on. As a matter of fact, I need to get in contact with some of y'all. But for the newbies like me, if you got questions, talk to your technicians, ask them questions, make sure you got a clear understanding of what's going on and what you need to do so that you can have fun, enjoy your truck for a long, long time. So I'm really excited about this because I want to hear what you guys have to say about this topic. Looking forward to getting some great comments on this one. Now, listen, guys. Take it easy, okay? You guys can be kind of rough in the comments, so take it easy. I'm open to constructive criticism, but don't be negative now. But bring on the facts, bring on the wisdom and the knowledge that you guys have, especially you multiple Ram owners, the guys who have bought truck after truck after truck. And you're like, hey, I've had a Ram for 100,000 miles or 200,000 miles and I never had an issue, but here's what I did. I want to hear that. I want to hear what you did to keep your Ram running for as long as you did. So anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today, listening to me. This is just a quick, just to hit on the maintenance because I have questions from time to time about it. So until next time, guys, thanks again for stopping by. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you later. This is Mr. Blackhorn, and I'm out.